Hello everyone, it's Nen from Insightful Vibrations. Thank you so much for tuning into the channel. Thank you for subscribing, and I encourage you to do so if you have not already. And I appreciate all the likes because they help me understand which videos are useful to you, and that will help me improve the delivery of my forecasts. And as usual, we will start with the astrology for the week of July 3rd to 9th, 2017, and then I will append a video for each zodiac sign, and we'll use the Lenormand Gilded Reverie deck to deliver that forecast for each zodiac sign. Now remember that these are general forecasts, and therefore not all comments will apply to all people, except that the astrology will apply to most people. And when you're watching those videos, you should watch your sun sign, moon sign, and rising sign or ascendant, because those will collectively give you a more comprehensive picture. So what's going on in the skies today? Well, it's a fascinating week, I'll tell you, because we start off very gently with the moon in Libra, and then it transitions into Scorpio, and then into Sagittarius, and then into Capricorn, culminating in a full moon on July 9th. So the week does intensify somewhat midweek, and then again on Sunday, the day of the full moon. Now the full moon will happen in the wee hours of Sunday, so just shortly after midnight here in the Stony Creek, Ontario, Canada region, and of course you'll have to check the sources you have to determine when it will happen in your area if you are not in this region. And we also have some nice aspects here with planets forming congenial relations, and the first one is July 4th. On that date we have Mercury squaring Uranus. Now we know that squares are intense sort of alignments, but at the same time they can be reward producing or breakthrough producing kind of effects. So with this one, Mercury is all about communication. It's all about thought process. It's all about technology, transportation, those kinds of things. And Uranus is that really wild card planet that gives us these wild ideas that nobody's ever thought of, these very forward-thinking ideas, the eccentricities, the sort of electrical charge we need to keep stimulated in life and make things happen and change. And this very transformative planet being in a square aspect to Mercury means that all kinds of things could shake up in the communication, transportation, technology realms. I believe that those of you who are writing, who are communicating, who are journalists, who are lawyers, who are paralegals, who are basically authors of novels or any kind of communication efforts, even blogs, I feel that you will absolutely shine this week with this, and you may even think of an innovative way to present your material, present your ideas, and present some very novel ideas this week. So this is a really, really nice aspect. And this includes all of you videographers out there who have YouTube channels and other channels out there. Then on July 5th, we have the Sun trining Neptune. The Sun is all about the individual. It's our life force. It's our willpower. It's what makes us shine. And Neptune, currently retrograde up until the third week of November 2017, is the planet of illusion. It's the planet of dreams, of hopes, of wishes, and also the planet that can, make us a little bit laid back. So with the Sun in a beautiful, relaxed trine with Neptune, we may feel that we have a tendency to shirk our responsibilities sometimes. So keep your schedule in balance. Make sure you get your work done, but also make sure you get the appropriate R&R. And if you feel that your to-do list is getting longer than you care, or that it's just not being checked off enough this week, maybe you should just give that some conscious effort to change that, because it will be pulling at you to relax a little bit more this week. Now this is a fantastic trine for those of you who are on vacation, so enjoy that. Then on July 5th we have the Sun squaring Jupiter, and again where the squares are usually intense sort of events, I think that the Sun square Jupiter is generally positive, because, as long as you know to keep in check, any arrogance, any outlandishness about, any outlandish ideas about yourself, as long as you don't become over grandiose this week, I think this is just a wonderful planet, because you have, the planet of benevolence, Jupiter, squaring the sun. And, when they tug at each other, they're both benevolent, celestial bodies. When they tug at each other like that, to me, it just means more of good things. It's just that, you have to find that balance and not go overboard. I also feel that with July 7th, Mercury sextiling Venus, this is a really, really nice, chance for all of you to make money off your communication, transportation, and technology sort of issues. And, this will be really great for those of you who are trying to think of new ways to generate income or revenue. And also it may, bring communications about money that are positive, also communications about love. So this is very, very positive. On July 9th, then, we culminate into the full moon at 17 degrees Capricorn. And basically what we have here is Capricorn being a very mature sign, a sign of structure, a sign of, steady building up of your life in general. It's very much a career-oriented sign. It's very much, the sign that helps give civilization its structure. So it's a very important full moon, because what this means is that the full moon will be expecting you to culminate whatever you're working on, and give it some structure, give it some form. You've been working on this pottery, and if it's still looking like wet clay, it's not happening. It's not going to be what you desire. But if you start actually, forming it and baking it and giving it whatever TLC you can, I feel that you can really build a long-lasting structure, because that's what Capricorns do. They build long-lasting structures. And that's what this full moon can represent. Now, we also have some real action in the stars. Well, the stars are fixed, so they don't really act per se. But what happens is that they have their own energies based on the alignments with other planets. Usually when they form conjunctions, we see some kind of activity that is related to the mythology of the star or star set. And what we have this week is quite a bit of action here. And unfortunately, with the full moon, we also have a culmination of energies that day that are very, very intense. These could even be violent energies of some kind. They could be energies that make people feel very egotistical, sort of taking on the attitude of my way or the highway. And this could play itself out on the world stage as well. I do feel that, we have some very positive stars coming up where breakthrough effects can be made, especially in the arts and writing. These are all supported by the fixed stars this week. But we have this star set Algol, and it is really a nasty star, or at least it's associated with nasty events, often dangerous, what we would call evil or violent events. And this could be anything to do with any extremism. It could be to do with, people being disillusioned or even downright criminals. So do take extra care in the 5 days leading up to the full moon, and also on the night of the full moon and the full day of the full moon. Do take care that you don't come across any unscrupulous individuals. Of course, if this plays itself out on the world stage, there's not much most of the common people can do about it, but you can be principled enough and communicate your views to those in power, and hopefully things will go smoother. And I also feel there's a real breakthrough effect with the stars this week. So if you're looking for a break, this may be your week. It may be a week where you can really change the pattern of things. So if you've been in the doldrums, if you've dealt with issues of forgiveness, this is the time to release all that, and that way you'll move forward. So I do hope that all of you have a wonderful week, and here are your zodiac forecasts for each sign. Take care. Hello, Scorpio, Sun sign, Moon sign, and Rising sign, folks. This is your forecast for July 3rd to 9th, 2017. Well, it is a lovely week with the ring as your primary card, signifying the atmosphere for this week, and that's the card number 25 over to the very left. We also have draw number 23, the mice, number 31, the sun, and number 14, the fox, as well as 29, the woman, 34, the fish, and number 6, the clouds. So let's see what's going on this week, Scorpio, and what's upsetting your balance this week, it seems. The ring is very promising. I mean, it could be a promise ring, an engagement ring, or some kind of solidification of a union of some kind, possibly with a woman. It could also be a new lucrative business contract or employment offer through a woman as well. However, I do feel with the mice there that there may be something that spoils this whole experience, for some of you at least. And remember, this is a general reading. And what may spoil it is there may be a son or a father in your family who becomes a little ill. And so the focus, is on the family rather than on the business endeavors. And I feel that this is going to come out clean, though, so the worry is unnecessary. But it may just be a minor indigestion or food poisoning or some kind of infection, but I do feel that it will be, a restoration of good health overall. And I do feel that, drinking good water and getting some rest will be absolutely helpful in the circumstances. I also feel with the sun that someone is trying to steal your limelight, steal your attention. It looks like things are going well for you, Scorpio, and that fox there isn't all that happy about it. Looks like they want in on the action, so you may find that a business partner suddenly starts to act a little bit oddly, or a partner with whom you're working on a project or something like that. Somebody just seems to be a little upset or jealous about the kind of success you're having and the kind of money you're pulling in, because I feel that they just want some of that limelight. Well, if you feel like sharing it, so be it. If you don't, be gentle, because the clouds are saying, things could end up a little topsy-turvy. They could, end up with spoiled relations or some bad feelings. But also some setbacks, delays, that kind of thing. So, let people down gently if you need to, but be very, very careful. The fox also talks about, a potential for theft. So if you are, outdoors a lot, make sure your windows are, closed or closed enough that nobody can access the indoors of your place of business or your home. I feel that there may be a theft of money here. For some of you, that is definitely a hazard. So just be on the alert and be aware, and perhaps you can avoid that altogether. With the fish, I feel business transactions, investments, all kinds of monetary transactions are going to go extremely well. And I feel that the only thing could spoil it is your own attitude, because remember, you're going to project wealth to get wealth. So that's how manifestation works. So you're going to, feel the self-worth before you will actually accumulate it or attract it towards you. And I feel that, again, the fox could also be, you yourself are your own worst enemy, in the sense of, stealing your own sunshine. So be careful what kind of attitude you have. If you're depressed, get some help for it, because that can also drag you down and prevent you from making the kind of, success and monetary gain that you can this week. Now, I also feel that some gain may be through parents or through a woman, possibly a woman who's married or engaged. So some of these gains can be had through that this week. I feel overall, though, with the sun there right in the middle of the whole spread, that really it bounces off the ring, and the ring is, full of potential. It's glistening, it's lovely. It's like a mandala for good things and good optimism. And other good things. And I feel there's a lot of fire energy this week with the clubs there. We've got the 7 of clubs, the 9 of clubs, and the King of clubs. And that's good for getting yourself jump started onto something, that you need to work on. And whatever it is you need to work on, get going this week, because I feel that you've got a lot on your side. So don't let depression and complacency and things like that slow you down this week, because you can really stand to make a lot of gains, Scorpio. So take good care of yourself. Oh, and I forgot to mention that there may be new love coming in for some of you. And there may be more than one lover with the woman and the fish there. And that may actually be really good. But with one of the people that are a choice for you, may already be committed to someone else. So do be careful and be discerning, and have yourself a great week.